All right, here we go, Mr. Criminal. Welcome to VladTV.
What's good, homie?
Man, we got one of the OGs in the game right now, rapper and actor. Most recently, man. Congrats on Bright.
Thank you.
#1, man. That was a hell of a movie.
Yeah, it was fun to make too.
I bet. You were in a wheelchair?
Nah, I wasn't in the wheelchair. I was the one behind him pushing the homie. The homie Poison was the one in the wheelchair.
Oh, you were the one behind the dude in the wheelchair.
I originally read for Poison, who was in the wheelchair, but then David gave me a little more action to be on my feet and chase Will around a little bit.
Oh, okay. Did you make it or no?
Yeah, I actually did.
Meaning, did you die in the movie or no?
Oh, everybody asked me that. That's something I really don't even know. Everybody's like, did you end up getting killed in that spot? I'm like, man, I don't even know. At the end of the day, I don't know if they left that open for something later on. I don't know. But I know that I'm still here, so.
Listen, a hell of a movie. And that was like a full-blown theatrical quality, big budget release.
Yeah.
From, Netflix's biggest movie, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It was their biggest play to date. It was like 90 million budget. And they pulled up all their guns for that one.
Dope story too, man. Like I watched it a few times actually.
Yeah.
I watched it a few times. Everyone who hasn't seen it definitely needs to watch it. I guess it's already greenlit for part 2.
Yeah, they're coming out with a part 2 already. My boy David Ayer's working on that. He's this time he's writing it himself. Before it was a different person wrote it. He just directed it.
Dope.
But he's writing and directing this one.
Dope. We're gonna talk about that, a little bit later on.
Dope.
But this is your first time here,
Yes,
so
sir.
I want you to tell your story. You grew up in Whittier.
Yeah, I was born in Whittier.
You were born in Whittier.
Yeah.
But you didn't grow up there?
I didn't grow up there. I grew up all over Southern California.
Okay.
So I was born in Whittier, lived in La Puente, lived in Walnut, Pomona, Mariloma, Riverside, San Bernardino, Silver Lake, all over. I bounced around, yeah.
Your parents are immigrants?
Absolutely.
Okay. And your mom is from?
Ecuador.
And your dad?
Argentina.
Okay. And your dad, I guess, came over here illegally?
Absolutely.
Your mom?
My mom came here through a marriage. Her first marriage, she got married to my brother's and sister's father, and married in and came to America and became a citizen. Over time, went through the whole thing and became a naturalized citizen.
Okay. Now your dad, I guess his friend died.
Yeah, Alejandro.
Swimming.
Yeah.
So how did they actually make it over the border?
From what I was told, I don't really get too much into my stories with my father, with my mom, but what I was told as a kid was that he went through the whole thing. They have it's a little bit harder coming all the way from the South America, the last country at the bottom. So he had to cross every single country, go through Central America, go through Mexico, and I guess right at the end when he was at Mexico, right when he was coming to America, his friend drowned in the river and passed away. They went through the train, the whole nine, every single, trial and tribulation through the way, and he passed right as they made it to America. So it was a little bit something that hit my father real hard. Like his best friend growing up, they always had a plan together, like we're gonna make it out there together, and his best friend passed.
Yeah, the American dream.
Yeah.
People are literally willing to die for it.
Yeah.
I'm a first generation immigrant myself.
That's what's up.
I came from what used to be Russia. It's Ukraine now, but at the time, we were legally allowed to come over. But yeah, I can't even imagine what my life would be like if I stayed in the Ukraine and I wasn't here. You and I would definitely not be talking right now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so your dad came over illegally. Your mom was naturalized here. They met. And was your dad around?
My dad was around till I was 5 years old, 4 or 5. Yeah. Typical story. They didn't get along. Mom found out that he had another lady. I guess a lady was calling from somewhere else, like, hey, you got my husband right there, or whatever. Just typical family stuff. And my mom was like, nah, you're not no good for my family and my son. So I guess he bounced, and it was what it was. We never got back in contact. And then he passed away. I found out he passed away maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I found out they were trying to surprise me and get me back in touch with him. I never wanted to ever be in touch with him. I really didn't care, And they found out that he passed away through that.
Okay, how many kids total?
Just me. Out of my mom and dad, just me.
Okay, but then your mom
She had 3 more kids from her previous marriage.
4 kids.
Yeah.
Single mom.
Yes, sir.
At that point.
Yes, sir.
Your dad leaves when you're 5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember kind of going through a certain thing of where's my dad? I'm going to school and my kid's dad, my friends' dads are coming over and my dad's not around?
I remember going through more of a struggle. I mean, it just immediately, I mean, even at 5 years old, I mean, I remember just immediately being struggled. Like my mom having to go to work, my brothers and my brother and sister, like just trying to do whatever they could to like put food on the table. I just remember very vividly the struggle. That's what I remember very clearly.
Okay. You know, and a lot of times when the father figure is not around, the streets take that role.
Real
You know,
quick.
like for example, I just interviewed Trey D.
Yeah.
And he never even met his father.
Yeah.
Literally. He has like one picture somewhere, but he's literally never met. And he told me that, you know, the OGs in the streets really provided that one thing that he was missing. Did you go through the same type of thing?
Absolutely. Same story, different block, man. It's that's the way it goes when your mom's out trying to, you know, hustle and provide for the family, put food on the table, and your siblings are doing their own thing and they got the same influence there in the streets, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much follow the same route.